Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's a Monday, which means it is a randomizer day, as per usual. We've got, the same randomizer from last time. No changes have been made. There's been nothing that's been needed to be changed. There's definitely some stuff I want to do, but for now, we can just keep on rolling with this. So let's start out by just giving it a little bit of press, seeing what we get. Alright, so Sank Otis, Liu Ishmael, Base Hong Lu, Kurokuma Rodion, Senko Otis, and Rose Banner Merso. Simple enough stuff. We managed to at least get the Vav for Ishmael. And we have a Sinking EU gift. So we'll start with Sinking EU gifts, which does approximately nothing for us, especially because we don't even have Rhyme Shink. I don't think we've got a single way to inflict Sinking on the team beyond the 5 Sinking potency from Land of Illusion. I think that's genuinely the only sinking on this entire team, and also the self-sinking from the passive for Blind Obsession, but that's about as much sinking as we have, so whatever we can get there is not going to be too helpful. And then for the prescript, Catch Breath. For the first turn of every fight, use only defensive skills. One I think we've seen before, a while back at least, but a simple one makes it so you're going to take some damage basically every fight. That's fine. We'll see how this goes, but yeah, give me a second to assemble this team, and then we will continue on with the run itself. Alright, the team has now been assembled, so we can go into it. I, of course, have the 6 identities we're going to be actually using this run, these 3 and these 3, and the rest I just chose people with full rest bars. So it means we get, the support pass from them, but that's fine. I've made the egos match up, of course, and, yeah. Should be good to get in there. So yeah, Catch Breath, so we need to make sure that we defend first turn of every fight. I should have put this on screen, shouldn't I? Well, that's fine. As far as the sinking gives we got, had the Fortune Boat and Compass, so potentially we could get some sinking stuff going. Not particularly counting on it, though. Oh yeah, that's right, I need to actually use the order. I've still got it pulled up here, so it's you, I believe. I guess I should pull it back up for... That is the wrong button, whoops. Pull it back up for you guys, yep, like that, and then Otis, then Merso. Okay, now we should be able to hide this thing. Alright, and let us get to the randomizing. No, we already done the randomizing, what I'm saying. Let's go into the run itself, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. And if I can take a quick second, I can... There we go. As I usually like to do, put the prescript in the corner just so that you guys can actually see what it is. So we've got a lot of 8, that's good. Half of our team can potentially dodge damage taken, so it's fine. 2 people have counters, that means they're going to have to take some attacks, but could get some benefit from it, do some damage back. And you've got a block, so you just reduce damage taken. Alright. First turn, of course. This first fight, we're going to get a lot of tails, I'd presume, or we could just evade everything and game. Yeah, it works too. But yeah, now we can just fight these guys pretty much normally. Gloom Resonance, don't mind if I do. It seems like we've got some decent Gloom stuff going on in this team. And people without Gloom are Ishmael and Hong Lu, I believe. Which could be good. We can get Gloom, we can get Land of Illusion going. That is our one source of sinking on this team. So, could try actually using the sinking gifts for something. If we get real lucky. Oh, Noble Duel also could be funny. And Noble Duel isn't that great. It's only good if you can get Crow's Eye View going, or if you've got, just decently fast Sinners in general. And we have Merso, so we do not have decently fast Sinners in general. And Rose Banner's speed is, fine, potentially. I mean, he wasn't the slowest person here, but it's a Merso identity that isn't Rhino, so I don't expect it to be very fast. Might be doing him a disservice, but just based on Merso's, just general consistencies, that's what I'm kind of assuming to be the case. Can I tell the truth? We'll grab this thing. We might grab this thing. 50-50? No luck. Well, I mean, I think Gregor takes him. No one else does. That's fine. I feel like that's one of the checks I've been failing a lot recently, and I don't know why. Ooh, Carmilla, that's good. What do we want to actually synergize on this team? You don't have any status effects. You're, Tremor / Charge. I guess you're... No, you are sinking. That's right. I always forget base Hong Lu is sinking. Very bad single. You're Burn... Your poise. We've got some poise in. We can get Nebulize or something, that could be good. We give you another skill 3, sure. Nixia Divergence, yeah, I'll take that. And one more refresh, buy something here. Pendant, that works for me. Poise Gloom, and I believe... Yeah, both of our Poise IDs do have Gloom on them. As mentioned before, everyone has Gloom except for you, and neither of you are Poise, so you two should always be chosen for the pendant, so your Poise will be in a better condition, just in general, hopefully, thanks to that. Should be nice. But yeah, another fight time. We need to remember the prescript is in action, so we need to fully defend. First turn once again. We've got some sanity this time, so our evasions should statistically go about as well as they did last time. Also, Otis's speed evasion stuff means that she was rolling 9s even on tails, so she's not really having an issue. Oh yeah, we do have Whistle's passive, because I did throw on Grip, Grip Faust. So we've got her support passive. Yeah, I'll make it so it randomizes the full team in time, but for now it really doesn't. I want to focus Starlight still. That's why I haven't implemented that. It'd be relatively easy to make it generate an entire team. I already know how to do it. I know how I plan to do it. But yeah. It just doesn't feel too necessary now. By the way I play this, if someone dies, I'm just down a Sinner for the rest of the run. I'm not going to replace them with someone from the team. If these 6 die, or if one of these 6 dies, then we've got a 5-person run. That's how I like to play the randomizer effectively. Because, like, yeah. You really shouldn't need all 12 Sinners most of the time. It's kind of a luxury that you're given so many, so if some people die, so be it. So be it. Yeah. We press on. I mean, just how much sinking do you have, though? It's like barely anything, right? Yeah, 2 sinking your skill, 1, 2 sinking. You've actually got 2 sinking on each of your things. I guess... Is that because I brought you to Uptide 4? Do you have more sinking now? He might have more sinking now, actually. Because I brought Uptide everything to 4, and I think he gained some more sinking. I feel like he didn't have sinking on his skill 3 or something like that. I don't think he had sinking on everything beforehand. That's nice, I guess. Once again, it's still based on Lu, so it's nothing too special, but, it's good to know. I guess.
저 부표처럼 흔들리는 놈이 제1 사냥감이겠네요. 가서 끝장내죠.
Whirlwind, get our 2 sinking potency, and also 2 rupture potency. Very interesting. I guess that makes base Honglu a sinking rupture hybrid. I think the only sinking rupture hybrid in the entire game. So, you know, that really doesn't add up to much, but, that's cool. I mean, I think he really shouldn't be the only sinking rupture hybrid, because I really think G-Corp Otis should have had rupture, but she only has sinking, I'm fairly certain, no rupture. But it's not that big of a deal. I guess, like, I'm recording this a little bit early because I'm actually going to be busy the day this is being released, so I've yet to actually see the previews for the Walpurgis Night units. So I don't know what they are yet. I mean, I know what they are. I know it's in Magic Bullet and Lantern, but I don't know their specifics yet. That's gonna, I'm like, what, like, that's gonna drop in like 3 hours, I think? Yeah, it's like midnight for me. Although I'll probably be asleep for it, but, potentially, hopefully we'll make a video on in the morning. It depends. It all depends on how big of a nuisance my dog is gonna be. But yeah, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so, figured I might as well record this one a little bit early. Celebrating a friend's birthday, I'm gonna be gone most of the day, might not have time to record it, so this is just a little safety thing. And it's a randomizer episode, so it's nothing too special going on. It's a nice little simple episode. That's kind of why I wanted the randomizer originally, was because, I mean, I made the randomizer during, like, the dry period that was, like, most of Season 2. And part of it was because, like, it gives me, like, I don't need to come up with as many ideas, you know? I want to have a lot of, like, variety in this series, but it's kind of hard to get a lot of variety when there's, like, there's not much content releasing. So the randomizer was meant to be a way to like fill in at least one of the days of the week, you know? Make it so I only had to come up with like 6 things each week instead of 7. And I could let the randomizer work for one of the days. And also, it's something I did want to go for a while. I think I tried something like that at one point with Mirrodin 2 where I just rolled random numbers to see what identities and stuff I would use. I did that they did that one, but I don't think that was an episode. I think that was a stream that I didn't actually turn into an episode itself, like a stream of when Mirrodin 2 first released. But I wanted to make an actual like program for it, and that's what the randomizer is. Of course, the randomizer is linked in the description. It's a Google Drive. It's probably going to tell you it's a virus. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know though. I haven't actually checked myself if Google thinks it is a virus. Your computer might though, because it's a weird exe file. It's just processing though, so it's really nothing too scary. So maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Potentially. Also, I will be streaming Walpurgis Night this Wednesday when it releases, so feel free to join in for that. We'll see how that goes. Oh, there's a hair on my mic. Hopefully it didn't get picked up, but it might have been. We've actually got a fair bit of gloom stuff. Greatcoat's not a bad idea. But lithograph is probably more healing in general. Yeah, we'll go Greatcoat. Lithograph is probably more consistently better. Maybe, since their enemies get staggered a lot. 5% healing when an enemy gets staggered is good. We also have a lot of gloom, so I might as well take the thing that synergizes with gloom. That's my belief, at least. I also think I completely forgot to do the defend thing, didn't I? Yeah. I'm not really shocked. I keep on... This happens like every time I do one of these randomizers. I talk for a little bit and I completely forgot what the entire point of the run was. And I, in turn, just, like, effectively... just forget the gimmick for a little bit. Well, that's unfortunate. It's still early game stuff, so it really doesn't make too big a difference. We probably wouldn't have evaded most stuff anyways, but we'd have taken a little more damage. I really should make it, because, like, the little catch breath icon in the bottom left corner, you guys can see it, but I can't. If I had my second monitor on me, then, you know, it would be a lot easier to actually tell, but I do not, because I am not home. I'm still at home. Not back at college yet. That'll change next week, though starting next week, things will just be less scuffed in general, because I'll have my second monitor. Not that I've had too many issues with OBS recently, but, I do kind of worry a little bit when I do not actively see OBS and only have one monitor, because I just can't see it. So I do frequently tab out, check on it, and I tabbed out, checked on it, remembered that I've got a little prescript in the corner, and then was like, oh, I may be stupid. That's how it be. One of the good things of recording late at night, though, is the fact that my dog, Gregor, sure is, like, fast asleep, curled up in a ball, found a sunny spot. I think someone made that joke in the stream the other day. Funny, between two worlds joke. Also trying to be quiet because it is late at night and there are other people in the house. I think that's a logical enough thing to understand. So if my voice sounds like I'm like sick or something, it's just me trying to keep my voice down. I'm still perfectly fine. I don't know if that's what it sounds like though. Yeah, I think I'm kind of speaking more nasally than normal and trying to be quiet. Although I might just be thinking that and going insane, knowing me. You're so far back. I know it's because these guys died, but like, I think if the camera like focusing gets weird when some of these guys die. Because like, normally it would focus like here, right? But because some of these guys are died, it's kind of thinking like, no, this is the center instead of like right here. So it just looks like this guy's like off in the distance. I feel like that's like a recent-ish change, but I'm also probably over like analyzing this thing, especially knowing me. Well, hopefully we kill them all this turn. I think I'm doubling up on someone that doesn't need doubling up on. Never mind, it was a good idea to double up on that guy. That was like no damage because it was Mercer's skilled one. I should hopefully all die then. Okay, I mean, you died to the moth. That works for me. That works for me. Sticky Muck, we've got Pierce, definitely the take there. Event, we get Rupture Synergy. We do technically have Rupture on this team. Because we have, your skill 2 and your skill 3 are both Rupture. So your skill 2 and skill 3, neither of them are Rupture neutral. But, you know, they have some Rupture count on them. Because it's only 1 to 2 coins has Rupture on it, so then Thunder Branch is just ever slightly notable. We do have Dimension Shredder, though. So if we do find a way to actually get some Gluttony, then we definitely could. Oh, first turn, though, we gotta make sure we go for all defenses. Probably gonna actively clash with the evades. You can evade, like, the scariest of the attacks, because, you know, you're the GOAT. And we'll see if we can actually dodge all of them. Yours is a little worrying. Yeah, you also got the tails. I mean, you only took 7 damage, though, so nothing too bad. 18's on retreat. Yeah, the GOAT for a reason. And there we go, now we can actually attack. You're feeling risky right now, aren't you? Going for a bunch of attacks with one arm, leaving the other arm defenseless, but we also are using all good attacks on that arm. So, the other arm being defenseless really doesn't matter too much. Right arm should take some good damage here. We've got some good pierce attacks going your way. Seems good. And yeah, because it's good pierce attacks, it is inflicting defense level down thanks to the Sticky Muck. You get staggered from Whirlwind. You resist Blunt, right? No, you resist no, you do resist Blunt. Yeah, so you don't quite get staggered, but next turn we should be able to stagger the right arm, I might assume. I really hope. Yeah, right arm's going for 3 things. Oh, we actually can't clash everything this turn. We're gonna want to have you evade anyways, I think, this turn. Because, quite a few attacks going your way. This way you can dodge, like, those ones. If you actually need to dodge them. I don't even know if you'll need to, because we're gonna salute you, might stagger you. A little bit of, like, this. Yeah, you dodge those. You're dodging that too, so we'll have someone clash that. Like, you can do that. And then you do that, and we redirect it with you. Okay, looks good. The evasion with Otis is just a very solid option in general. Speaking of solid option in general, finishing run-up is not a very solid option in general, because it is Immerso skill 3 without regret triggering, so, it's not good. They kind of rely on regret very comedically. Okay, next turn we'll be able to take down the arm that's at like 30 HP. This turn we're going to get some damage off on the left arm. And we'll get to do a little bit of dodging with Otis. Love to see it. Yeah, dodge this one, and you'll get to dodge one more because this guy as well. Nice. Gotta keep on trying to press space as soon as a turn starts because of the Ruina Brain. From playing Ruina again. Ruina Brain, too much Ruina. A common ailment. We'll double up on that, and then we'll, like, force break here just to make sure we get a little more damage going. Noble dual triggers. Our lowest speed person is... Is it Otis? So is our speed good then? Or, no, is it... Not Otis, I meant to say. I meant to say, is it, Dawn? I think Dawn's our lowest speed person. Which means our speed has to be good this turn, right? So we might actually benefit from Dawn's passive here. Interesting to see her being the slowest person, but... I guess these guys also do have very bad speed, so I wouldn't be surprised if your passive is actually making it so you're doing more damage. You were attacking the guy, that doesn't really matter, though, so, it didn't end up really mattering. Hit this guy a couple times, not too many times. We're saving our good attacks for next turn. Left arm breaks here, pretty undeniably so. Excellent. And we do some damage to this guy, but not a lot, because like we don't really want to break his arm just yet. We want to kill this guy this turn. And we should be able to do so. We've got a lot of speed, not enough to actually benefit from, like, say, the passive of Dawn. That's fine. You hit that guy? No. Oh well, you might as well try. You've got like 230 HP. Yeah, we've got a lot of strong pierce stacks coming for you though, so I'm not concerned. should be able to definitely kill. Intergate Elbow Strike also will do a lot, even if you do resist it. It does not matter. 50 damage is decent, I guess. Punition kills, without a doubt. There's not a single doubt in my mind. Maybe I should have had a couple doubts, but you killed yourself anyway, so there was no need for doubts in my mind. Break the arm, and now we get to finish the small guy off. Almost tried to press the space button again. How silly me. How silly indeed. The Runa Brain Rot strikes again. As per always. I haven't even been playing Runa that much recently, that's the thing. I just played it for a couple hours yesterday, a couple hours a week ago. But not that much. On stream, we're still an urban legend. We've made, like, no progress so far. Because we just talk a lot. Which, you know, if that sounds like a good time for you, you guys should join. It's the Runa stream, but playing Runa is such a minor part of it. It's mostly just talking with chat. Wrath. I mean, I guess we'll take the milepost here. Sure. It'll trigger once, because this doesn't trigger milepost. We only get it at the start of this floor, effectively. Sure, that looks decent enough to me. We get a shop here. Ishmael can get another skill 3. Melted Eyeball, Grand Welcome. Interesting ideas. Nothing really calls out to me out of those, though. Bloody Gadget. I'll take that. It'll be for, like, what, Dawn, I think. Dawn, Ishmael, Honglu have Lust. Does Otis have Lust? Yeah, Otis has Lust, or skill 3 is Lust. You've got a Lust skill 1, right? I think Merce was the only one without Lust on our team, potentially, so maybe that wasn't the best choice. Oh well. And we'll take the battery. Why not? Why not? It's good. I mean, that's all you need sometimes. Yeah, everyone's Lust except for Merceau. I actually didn't really think about the fact that this team has such, like, a limited amount of resources. Like, 5 people of Pride, 4 people of Gloom, 5 people of Lust. Was, like, really focused in a way I didn't quite realize. I noticed the Glust already, but I didn't really... I noticed the Gloom already. Glust, what am I even talking about? That part I didn't notice right away. But some of these guys, or at least one of these guys, was already staggered by Carmilla. That's nice. Oh. We're taking some unfortunate damage there. We actually got staggered on Ishmael, and Otis actually failed the dodge there. That's how powerful these guys are. Truly truly scary, isn't it? If we do that, go for like a bit of that, a little bit of that. We're clashing everything here. We should win all these clashes. The Pequod guys aren't that strong. Surely. Nice. Hermias Dawn's getting another stagger off here on this guy this time. This person's getting stagger plus, it would seem. Yep, and they're all staggered. Excellent. Makes them easy pickings. Actually, when I get to the rest up, I should upgrade Carmilla. I think that would be funny. It's always a really safe option to upgrade because it just kind of makes a lot of normal encounters even more pushovers than they already are. Especially for a challenge like this where we've got to deal with like the catch breath prescript where we're going to be forced to actually like give the enemies a turn to beat us up. If we can just stagger them first turn instead, then they're not going to get a chance to even attempt to attack us, which is good. Although it does mean we won't be able to make the most use out of Carmilla because we're not going to be attacking at all the turn in which they're staggered. They fixed Carmilla so it is only a single turn stagger, I'm fairly certain. Don't know when they fixed it, but they fixed it at some point. You no longer get the funny double turn stagger, as sad as that is to see. Yep, dodge punch again. It's more politified enemies, but this time it's the generic politified enemies from the second part of the Kanto 5, instead of being the Pequod ones. These ones are actually fully politified, while the Pequod ones are like partial politifications. They're still sane enough. Well, these guys are not very sane. Although they all still do have sanity bars. They're humanoid enough as far as the game is concerned. They still feel happy thoughts and sad thoughts even though they've already basically been consumed and are doomed by the whale's politification. And unfortunately, even if the whale is to die, the politified creatures,
효과적이네요.
I mean, they just
기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
are stuck like that, right? Or they just die, something like that. I don't know. I know if people like drown in like the
제가 묻었네요.
what do they call it?
아마 그 공격이
What do you call like the whale like bile or whatever it is? Whatever it is. The whale oil, yeah. Although if people, the whale oil just kills people instead of dead whales just kill people with their oil instead of how live whales turn people into mermaids with their oil. I'll upgrade Carmilla for the bit. Unfortunate, didn't get the funny chance to not spend cost there. That's okay. Don't need to do any fusion stuff. It's Pekatule time. Gonna Pekatule all over these Pekatule. I press space again. I guess it's just a habit I'm not able to break. Fair enough. Something pretty easy to block. You resist slash and pride, so that guy actually is a pretty safe dodge, I think. Yeah, counter that one, sure. Should do some decent damage with the counters. Did I not have you do this? I thought I did. Well, everyone is successfully defending. There's no offsets, so we're actually using defensive skills against everyone. Hopefully you don't take enough damage to get staggered, and you don't, and you get a strong counter off since they're weak to Wrath, but not strong enough because single coin counters are a little too common for how low they roll. That's fine. We're getting we're getting decent counters nowadays with stuff like Middle Dawn and Queegcliff. I always take a second to remember Queegcliff names because that is a strange. It's a mixture of Queeg and like Heathcliff, of course, but it is still so strange to say in like any situation, so it still throws me off a wee bit. But that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Everything is perfectly fine. What are you going for? Merceau, you can clash that thing. Yeah, that'll work well enough, I think. Okay. We get some good damage off Ballestra Fente time. Gives haste to slow allies next turn. That's a nice little effect, but it's hitting Merceau and Rodion, so no one who actually needs haste for any reason. But it's still nice to have more haste in general, I guess. Otis skill 3's haste to allies is really good in the solo runs since it just gives haste to herself and she is the only ally to give it to. She is the slowest ally. So it's a nice little effect, but in teams, it's good for haste teams, although haste teams are still not in a position where they particularly get a benefit from being ran, unfortunately. They deserve more focus. Because if you're running a haste team, like, you can't even do, like, maximum poise shenanigans because the funny poise you gift only works if you have a fully poised team. Or not fully, but mostly poised team. And there's only 2 poise slash haste hybrids so far. So far the haste says haste hybrids with quite a few things. Because, like, we have, like, because there's Rhino, which is, like, bleed, charge, and haste, and there's Hook, Hong Lu, which is bleed and haste. And of course, there's the 3 Sank units, 2 of which are haste and poise, while Dawn is just straight up haste and haste alone. Haste and like clashing, basically. Pretty wacky. Okay, we do that. Should be able to kill them all. I hope. Yeah, Energate Elfstrick should kill bottom left. I think the other guys are low enough HP that their attacks are pretty much, like, guaranteed to kill. Yeah, okay, nice. We seem good. I guess we need to actually win with Honglu. Which was a little closer than I'd like it to be, but he gets the kill anyways. We believe in Honglu. You're still alive? Merceau finishes the job. There we go, nice. See, there's like another haste unit, right? It's not just those 5. I mean, there's Yisong, who doesn't actually have any... I guess Yisong and G-Corp are the other haste units, but those are more so haste supporters, and they can give haste to allies, and they're not actually haste themselves. They don't benefit from speed, particularly. But I'm fairly certain that's all there is for haste right now. There is the tier 4, though, the Ancient Effigy, the one that just gives a bunch of haste to, like, fast people. 5 haste, that's a lot, that's for sure. Most of the haste IDs don't particularly need it, but like, it really helps if you are lucky enough to actually get it in a run using haste IDs. Which is a big if, because there is no haste ego gifts you can start out with because it's not counted as a main status effect. You know, I actually remembered it this time. Let me restart. I need to catch breath. I need to have everyone defend first turn. It's always when I just keep when I'm just kind of already talking about something when I go into a fight. Whenever like a lot of times I'm like, kind of silent for loading screens because I'm taking it as a time to like reset my brain effectively. But when I talk through a loading screen, it means I'm just not thinking of the next fight and just am in autopilot mode, which means I will just forget to bother with the gimmick of the run. That's what was happening like early floor 2 when I just kind of forgot to do the thing for a little bit. Those guys did not do a lot that turn. Psh. Well, Gloom Resonance neutral is fine. I believe in you, Merso. I mean, it's not really based on if it's not really based on how much I believe in Merso. It's based on how much I don't believe in the enemy, because it's based on the enemy's heads or tails, not Merso's heads and tails for whether or not he wins that clash. But he did win the clash, so that's good. The 50-50 turned out well. I didn't actually pay attention to see if it was an actual 50-50. I think so, though, because I think the enemy was neutral sanity, and it was purely just whether or not they get a heads or a tails determined whether they win the clash, because we had a 95% heads chance on Merso. That sort of thing. Nice. Oh yeah, I need to change my alarm. I gotta make it so I've got an alarm for 6 in the morning, so that I'll have enough time to make a video on the new identities. It is currently about midnight. That's a decent bit of sleep, assuming I get to sleep well enough. Oh, Pierce and Gloom, it's crab time. We have a lot of Pierce, we have a lot of Gloom, so we should be able to just kind of kill it. And this is the type of boss where you beat the main thing and the minions do just instantly blow up, so... Could just try focusing you down a little bit. We physically can't clash against everything immediately, which is unfortunate. But we'll live. I guess we need to worry about these very well. You desperately need to evade this, I think. Do not want the big mass attack. We're also going to want you to try evading this one. You can try evading this one. And then we'll do some defenses, some counters on you guys. You're also mass attacking. We're out of evades, though. I guess we should have you evade that then, actually. You can, like, counter the brutal... No, you'll die. You defend the brutal pummeling. We'll counter some of these guys randomly. Pierce fragility. That's fine, I think. Yeah, this should work well enough. Should be able to dodge the... Oh. I don't think I ever actually have tried to dodge a mass attack before. I assumed if I dodged it, it would dodge it for everyone, but no. That is not how that works. If you dodge a mass attack, you've basically given up and it still hits the other person. I mean, that's good info to know. I'm surprised I think I've just literally never tried to use an evasion skill on a mass attack before. I think it's just literally never come to my mind to try it. Because usually you use a mass attack, you use a strong skill. You don't think of defending. Because, like, it makes sense for, like, counter skills and block skills that the attack would still go through. Also, this is really bad, and we do not have good egos to use right now. Teleport, desperately need to go for that. If we're not careful, we might just get wiped here. Which would not be good. What could you clash against? That's the only thing you can actually clash against. You can roll a 2 for speed, but that's a counter, so you can't actually clash against. Okay. That's not good. Especially because you're going for just a bunch of mass attacks. All on Ishmael, too. Your evasion doesn't help. You evading doesn't help us, like, at all. Okay, we should be able to stagger the shell, though, right? Yeah, okay. We'll do that. We'll have you just kind of attack the head, I guess. I guess you need to deal with the head. Attack weight 3 is, but it's just going for you. Then we're gonna have to deal with these guys with mass attacks and stuff. Not much we can do about that, though. I don't think. This is good enough. Palestra Fente staggers the tails, really. Okay, it still staggers the shell, so it prevents the other one of the mass attacks from going through at the same time. Teleport prevents the foaming attack from going through, so we have cancelled 3 mass attacks, if nothing else. However, the Ballista small crab guy is still going to use a mass attack, although it looked like it was just hitting Rodion and Ishmael, I think. So that's fine. Okay, we're taking some damage. We're mostly okay still. Something, probably should have gone for lithograph. Yeah. We need healing desperately. Oh, you need healing super desperately. Okay, let me think this through. Let me make sure I don't have... So this is our only healing ego. Actually, this time, though, I think, yeah. None of these heal in the slightest. Well, we don't really have a way to heal then, so we kind of need to have you blind obsession and really hope you can kill a bunch of these guys at once. Aw, these guys have so much attack weight, though, so it's not really going to work. Unless we corrode it. Okay, 53 sanity if we corrode it, that's fine. Small price to pay. It's gonna hit a bunch of enemies, though. It should hit, like, a bunch of them randomly. And we need to make sure you don't get hit by anything. I need to turn off the arrows. It is too much. God. Okay, let's unselect this for a second. So you're being targeted by these two, it looks like? And is that it? I think so. Okay, so we're gonna need to redirect those. We'll ego it a little bit for safety. You don't need to ego, actually. You've got Sky Clear and Gut. Like, we do something like this, make sure we win clash against those. Now we can actually select this. And we just clash everything else best as we can. Yep. All there's left to do, really. Okay, so what are we not clashing against? We're not clashing against this and this, I guess? Yeah, okay, that's fine. That is fine. Blind Obsession, Corrosion. Got the heads, unfortunate. Into the Flickering Death we sink. Fine by me. I guess these guys also are weak to glooms, but like this is pride. You heal a bunch though. I forgot. Yeah, we've got Grey Coat. We heal for mass attacks. Okay, that's our healing method then. I was thinking like, damn, it's a shame that we passed up on what's it called? The lithograph, because that would have been a bunch of healing. But no, we still do have a way to get a bunch of healing off. Wacky as it may be. We just need to spam mass attacks. Which is, of course, always the solution, just kind of in general in life, so... Fitting that is the solution here. Interesting. Interesting clashing. Okay, that thing's staggered at least. Punition, we might be able to stagger the actual body here, too, if we're lucky, if this does enough damage. Or the actual head, right. It's shell and head. I thought it was shell and body for a second. Oh, that thing blew up. Nice. We get some damage off. Once the unit has attack while using shield speed, deals 7 damage back to the attacker. No thank you. And we're just gonna have everyone else just kill the crab. Yeah. This thing dies, the minions die, so there's no need to attack it. The King Trash Crab doesn't have a lot of HP, all things considered. It's only 700, which really is not a lot, especially given, like, some of the other balls on this floor do have a lot of HP, notably, like, the wolf and the fish do. I guess, like, Papa Bongi and the King Trash Crab don't have a lot of health, because they've got minions you gotta deal with. And, you know, Trash Crabs... The Crash Traps are just basically the revenge the game has upon you for mass attack spam, is it's like, how do you like it now? And on a run like this, when we kind of just have to accept it sometimes, don't like it a lot. Okay, we'll take Grand Welcome. We could use some resources. We need Gluttony to use, like, most of our egos, I feel. And I'd really like to use most of my egos, personally. I don't know about you. Okay, we press onwards, though. Hopefully no one's gonna die here from these defensive skills I'm about to have to use. More Trash Crabs. Are you mass attacking immediately? You're not, at least. Yeah. I don't think you do. Just in general, I think you usually mass attack turn 2-ish, right? Because, I mean, the mortar guy only has a single bullet, effectively. A single mortar shell. So it makes sense that they kind of conserves it for, you know, turn 2 at least. Does inflict Pierce Fragility first turn, though, which is a little rude. But it's like this turn, Pierce Fragility, so it's not that bad. Yeah, here's the molting shell shot. A little bit concerning sometimes, but it's fine. We actually do need to clash against it with Land of Illusion so that we do not die a horrible death. I would not like to take a 5-turn mass attack right now. And this way we'll have Hong Lu lose a mass attack, which means he gets a little bit of healing from Grey Coat. So he's just going to be in a little bit of a better state physically. Excellent. Yes, let us visit the world of wonders. The World of Wonders means we get to heal. How much HP do we heal? It's only a single target, so you heal 7 HP. You know, that really isn't a lot, but you know, it's a thought that counts sometimes. And Honglu's almost staggered. Gulp moment.
아니, 그 말을 아끼죠.
Okay. Most of these things are dead or staggered at this point, so yeah, you're the only one who isn't staggered. So yeah, we should be good. Trigger Whispers again, so we get some healing for the SP of Ishmael, since she lost a bit of it using the Blind Obsession last fight, last floor. But
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게
it's nice. That's nice. You get a kill too, so you can. Your Sandy's almost at max again. Actually, you get another kill, don't you? This is also a kill, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so you are at max sanity now. I think everyone is max sanity-ish. If not max sanity, no, everyone should be max sanity at this point. Yeah, definitely. And we kill the mortar guy. Nice. There we go. Not too bad. We've got like 2 or 3 more fights this floor we're gonna have to do. I think we should be able to manage it though. Yeah, we're gonna take this path, so we've got to do a normal fight and a risky encounter. And that's all we're gonna be doing. Boss of this floor is another Pierce Gloom thing, which we can handle pretty well, at least. Okay, this one can be dealt with Otis, yep. This thing requires a loss, so Otis' skill 3 definitely clears it. So that's some more damage. It's a nice tier 4 to get. Normal fight time, though. Yeah, I was just about to say, the boss of this floor is Gloom and Pierce, which, once again, things we do have. It means it's either Centipede, Fox, or KQE. Okay, defend against you guys. That's not defense skills. I thought I used defense skills in everyone. Did I misclick for those two or something? I don't know. Well, I corrected my mistakes, so you know. That's that. This is this. The usual. The usual coping strategy, which is to say, I don't care, basically.
걱정 마시오. 최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면 생명은 어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
Ooh, unfortunate tails there. This guy really needs to roll tails in return, please. Oh, it did. Okay, nice. Excellent. Bongy Gaming. I guess Mirror Dungeon 4 is going to have the gnomes in it, isn't it, at this rate? Since they are actually putting mid-chapter stuff into Mirror Dungeons now with Mirror Dungeon 3. Chances are they're going to keep on doing it onwards. Mirror Dungeon 4 is probably going to have these guys and, like, whatever we fight. I guess Blade Lineage Goons as well. Whatever it is we're going to be fighting the next mid-chapter. It's probably just going to be Blade Lineage people. There might be something else going on, though. We still have no idea what the Blade Lineage mid-chapter is going to be about. And who knows, maybe we'll see Green Dawn as well. We'll see if it's like going to be a Walpurgis exclusive thing. Maybe they'll put it in, like, I don't know, there's definitely a lot of possibilities with how they go about it. Maybe they'll put Green Dawn in the Mirror Dungeon. Maybe they'll put it in the Refraction Railway or something. I could see that. The next Refraction Railway is what? Mirror Clock Orange Road? Orange Mirror Clock, but it's something like that. Orange Mirror Clock Road? I forget what it is. It's a super weird name, though. And it's vaguely based on Clockwork Orange. Not vaguely, pretty clearly, which is, of course, also something that was referenced in String Theocracy. So, funny reference. That's going to be probably like a month away, a couple weeks away at this point. Probably 3 weeks, if I had to guess. When the actual chicken event ends. Not the chicken event, what am I saying? The chicken event ended a long time ago. No, when the Christmas event ends. I've got bongies on the mind even now. The grind hit me a lot harder than I thought it did, I guess. Okay, we gotta block these things. A little scary. Yeah, Merso, you're taking no trespassing. At least you're weak to the gluttony. You might, you just blow up if the thing gets a lot of heads. So hopefully that thing does not get a lot of heads. That's a heads. Okay, that's a tails at least. That's a tails at least. That's a heads. It's still enough for Merso to blow up though. Yeah. Having to block and no trespassing is a little bit death. So I'm not really surprised. Some rough clashes here. We do have Grand Welcome at this point, though, so we can just use some egos as need be. For our own safety, we lost some sandy because an ally died, so we gotta use some stuff to make sure we do not die in return. This is the last fight we have to do before the boss this run, so not really a good time to throw. And I guess because Merso died, that does mean that Dawn is gonna get another slot, right? Dawn is the first person we have, so Dawn will get another slot in the actual boss. That'll be good. She's good. It's a Pierce Big fight too, so having another slot in Dawn is probably going to be more beneficial than Rose Banner Merso. Rose Banner Merso really doesn't do too much usually. Especially without, you know, Capote, which is, you know, a pretty good Tremor Inflictor, potentially. Asterisk, I have not used Mersault's Capote seriously in a long time. I don't even know how good it is actually, but it sounds like it could be decent for Tremor Infliction. Although I also think that the Tremor team is very incapable of actually funding Merso Capote, and it's really better for the burn teams for that regards, but you know, if you can get a burn Tremor like synergy thing going on, then like maybe it's good. And asterisk. Yeah, that was all just like a little footnote. Just I'll put that all on like the bottom of the page, you know. With like a little 1 or something, or whatever number that footnote is. Oh, we were clashing a no trespassing and I did not realize it. Well, it went fine, so that's okay. Skyclear and Cut has the same role as an Ego does, roughly. You'd really want to use an Ego instead there, because Egos have higher, like, floors usually than Skyclear and Cut. But, you know, all's well that ends well. Oswald that ends well. Okay, you're panicking, you're going for suspicious individuals. Not very scary. So we should just get a kill here. Good stuff. It's going to be really funny, because if we get Centipede this fight, then we're going to have to spend the first turn doing absolutely nothing for the first turn where he also does absolutely nothing. Centipede's probably the perfect boss we could get for this fight, because it makes the prescript just basically invalid. And yeah, we'll take painkillers. We've kind of taken some damage this fight. If it's like, I mean, KQE doesn't do a lot of damage first turn. Fox could do a lot of damage to his first turn, though, so I guess that's our Fox protection method. Fox could be a little dangerous. Rodin, we give her another skill 3, no real need. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, that's nice. More sinking synergy, sure. For our, you know, plentiful sinking. And we can give you another Salu. Okay, perfect. Looks good, we get one more event. And it's more healing. Could be beneficial for us. We do need it a little bit. And then we keep on rolling with this team. Merso died. Oh well, that means we've got 5 people. So Dawn gets a second slot. It is KQE though, who, like, the good thing is KQE really not that scary of a guy. You can kind of pretty easily stagger him within 3 turns. Bad thing though is the fact that we are only gonna have 2 turns to stagger him if we want to avoid his funny gimmick entirely. So that might not happen. Nice. Some good evasion going on here. Yeah, good job not landing a single attack, idiot. You're weak to loss too, so that's also good for us. Intercute elbow strike, sure, get some that going. And Salu, get your duel going. Okay. You'll look your duel first, but we'll override it with Dawn's. We probably want Dawn's duel more so than Otis's, so it'll be good to get that out of the way. And Dawn is one of the slowest people, is one of the slowest allies right now, so she will gain 2 haste next turn. Okay, some burn. A little bit of damage. It's nice. You are also almost out of sinking, though, unfortunately. But, you know, the sinking is good while it lasted. The compass can only do so much for us. You're still pretty close to being staggered. We should be able to stagger you next turn pretty safely. We haven't even seen, like, stuff like Salu go off yet. And then a little bit of Remise. Yeah, you're getting staggered here. And I mean, we just one-sided attack you. That's the thing. We're not even going to give you the chance to, like, do anything this turn. Because, like, there's not really a reason to. KQE in Mirrodin 3 is an insane pushover when you think back to the days of, like, Refraction Railway 1 when this guy was a little annoying. Or even like or even Mirror Dungeon 2 hard, where he was like a little annoying. I don't remember him being too bad there. He's just kind of a slow fight there. But here, like, he's got a low enough stagger threshold that you can actually stagger him fairly easily. And I think when you stagger him, you get like 2 turns to wail on him or something. I might be mixing it up, but like he just kind of spends forever not doing anything because he didn't get to grab someone. He has a turn stagger, and then he has a turn like stunned effectively because he failed to grab someone, I think. Pretty sure that's what's going to be going on in a short second. This only matters for clashes, yeah, so the dual status effect doesn't matter now. And do you die this turn? You either die or you're almost dead, one of the two. You die, nice. Scattering Slash finishes the job. There we go, pretty clean KQE fight. Yeah, he's a fun fight simply because he's really easy. I honestly think he's easier than Fairy Gentleman. Fairy Gentleman has a little bit of tankiness. KQE just kind of falls apart usually. Yeah, Dawn did the most. Checks out. Mercer did the least. Took 800 damage. Yeah, not shocking, especially given how quickly that no trespassing just demolished him. Good run though, good run though. I remembered the prescript most of the time. Forgot it for like, I think like 2 fights near the beginning of the run. But you know, knowing me, could have been a lot worse. I forget sometimes. Really need to like throw like a post-it note on my screen when I'm doing a run like that. Make it so I actually force myself to remember, huh? Well, we get daily extractions. Yeah. Okay. 1 star, and finally finishing things off, Christmas banner. The banner that is statistically the same as the base banner right now because I already have the ego. It's Otis. I mean, she is the person on the banners, you know, it makes sense to see her there. But yeah, another day, another pretty successful randomizer run. Not much else there is to say on that topic. So, anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode. Bye.